Me voy a matar, te mi último. Uy, uy, uy.
Get ready to fly. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Dolan. Carter Dolan is behind the camera.
Of course I am.
And you know what we're going to be saying for a long time, it feels like? Big Save Dave!
37 save Dave, to be exact.
Good Lord! What a hockey game between the Winnipeg Jets and the Calgary Flames. Man, oh man, that was an exciting game. And guess what? We have live reactions, and we have live on-location reactions. And also tonight, unlike last game where the reactions were a little bit blurry, these are HD goddamn quality. And the period that we scored 4 goals in, you bet your ass it was in our end of the ice. Woo! I am so hyped. This was such an exhilarating game. First off, coming into this game, Jets are not betting favorites. The Flames are the betting favorites going in with a roster that's pretty stacked in comparison. Pretty much their opening night roster pretty much played other than their starting goalie, Jacob Markstrom. Most of their main guys were there. Huberdeau, Kadri, Toffoli, Weegar, even Vladar, their backup goaltender, who's their regular backup goaltender, so there's a chance we'd see him. Yeah, Mangiapane, exactly, stuff like that. Lindholm, all of that. They were all there, and the Jets just stomped on the Flames. That's appropriate. This is appropriate. This is called for. This is necessary.
That's a big callback.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get into this amazing hockey game. Dan Vladar starting in net. David Rittich is starting in net as well. Barron is back in the lineup from injury. Brad Lambert has been inserted into the lineup. They technically ran him as the third line with Perfetti and Tony Nato. Oddly enough, Tony Nato did the most statistically out there. Although I also feel like
Tony Nato was on the second line.
Yes,
Perfetti.
Yes, because they had him on the third line. If you check the roster.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Perfetti and Lambert were a little bit hurt from not having PLD centering them, but all in all, who cares, right? First period, Ehlers takes an interference penalty early. Kadri takes a holding. This is the thing, too. The Jets' penalty kill was something mythical. I have never seen anything like it.
And the power play.
The power play was clicking, but the penalty kill was locked down. Casey gets a huge breakaway, which is the pre-intro reaction is what you saw there. Some back and forth. There is a wasted power play, admittedly, by the Winnipeg Jets on the Kadri holding penalty. But all in all, there's a lot of good things to build on going into the second period. I think Calgary had a little bit more of the better scoring chances, but overall, the Jets definitely stayed in there. Jets were the main players the Jets were missing tonight was Blake Wheeler and PLD. Those are the two main ones, honestly. Other than that, I think the roster is pretty much solid. The fourth line is the fourth line I want to see rolled out in games with Maenalanen, Gagne, and who centered it? Gustafsson, yeah. Goodness gracious. But anyway, we go to the second period, and this is where the electricity gets turned the hell up. Mark Scheifele takes a high sticking penalty. That was annoying. Mangiapane takes a tripping penalty, and then on the power play, Kyle Connor with some magic on the top line. On the power play, I might add. Scores to make it 1-0 reaction here. Nice. Scoring play on that is Kyle Connor with the assist to Sam Gagne and David goddamn Rittich. David Rittich had more points tonight than Jonathan Huberdeau, Nazem Kadri, Mackenzie Weegar, Tyler Toffoli, Elias Lindholm, Mangiapane, all of them put together. put together. He had more points than the entire Flames team.
But Zach, what happened just before that puck went in?
There was a delayed penalty, and that means too many men on the ice penalty, which is pretty embarrassing. Like, if you're shorthanded and you take too many men on the ice penalty, get your shit together. Get your shit together. But that means that the Jets are going right back to the power play. Beautiful. Ehlers gets the puck. Deflection right off of Scheifele. They score 2-0 your Winnipeg Jets. As you can tell, yeah, it's the reaction's better quality. Dustin Wolf will replace Dan Vladar, but they keep Rittich in, which I actually really like. They didn't have to do it. I think, actually, I have a bit of a theory here. If David Rittich had let in one goal tonight, they would have switched with Arvid Holm going into the third period. But given the fact that David Rittich was running with a shutout, I think they were just like, you know what, we're going to run him. But anyway, second period continues. Tony Nato takes a tripping penalty. Yeah, it's a trip. It's a little bit light, but it's a trip. And then Calgary's moving the puck well in the power play. Jets are doing a great job defending. Behind the net, Calgary goes to center. Right as the penalty expires. Oh my God! It's Tony time!
It's Tony time, bitches!
Wow! Reactionary!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Dominic Tony Nato makes it 3-0 unassisted. The assist going to the Calgary Flames on that one. And then Heinola takes a holding penalty. They kill it off with seconds, or about a minute left in the period. Flames behind their own zone, just looking to kind of clear, looking up ice with it. Turns it over in their own zone. Ehlers takes the puck, waits, takes it, gives it over to Connor, fires, scores, 4-0 Jets lead.
There you go! Turn over! There you go!
And the Jets would take that 4-0 lead into the third period. However, Lambert would take a hooking penalty, unfortunate. And then the third period is a really good example of, like, I like the intensity in the third period, but sometimes the intensity was a little bit much in terms of, like, riskiness. David Rittich decides to go into God mode in the third period. Jets were outshot 37-28, I believe. And it didn't always feel like that, honestly. I think that when the Flames got shots, they got the shot and the rebound, and that's what made it feel like
they got them in stints.
What tallied it up higher. But all in all, it could have been back and forth. The Jets had their moments, the second period being a big elongated moment for them. But we go to the third period. David Rittich starts picking up his play. There's a massive scrum after Nikita Zadorov. Scheifele and Zadorov get tangled up. Scheifele takes a holding, I believe. And then Zadorov, when Scheifele goes back and just talks to him, Zadorov just cross-checks him, just straight up. And that causes a power play for the Winnipeg Jets. And the Jets do make them pay on the pass across. Nikolai Ehlers, 5-0 Jets reaction here. Oh! And the scoring play is Ehlers from Gagne and Lowry. And also, in case I missed it on the other scoring plays, the second goal Scoring play was Shifley from Ehlers and Morrissey. Third goal was Tony Nato, an assistant. And the fourth goal was Connor from Ehlers. So Jets now have a 5-0 lead. Perfetti takes a slashing. Jets kill it off. Maynalainen goes after Zadorov because Zadorov lays a bit of a controversial play. It's a bit of a knee-on-knee on Gustafsson. And Maynalainen, who is one of the bigger guys on the ice right now and who I am quickly and so much falling in love with, worth noting, this is just my personal brag, I'm like the only goddamn Jets channel that covered it when we signed him.
That's right.
That's true. I was the only
We
fucker who
believed
did
in
it.
this guy.
Remember when y'all were saying, you'd be like, why do you cover every little signing? This is why I cover every little signing. Because you never know. You never know.
One thing as well, when it wasn't, he also was a little shaken up by that knee.
Yes, and Maynalainen steps up to Zadorov, and Zadorov just says no. And it gets to the point where Zadorov starts getting booed every time he touched the puck. That was nice to see. Also, the crowd wasn't big tonight, although it was just a regular preseason game, unlike the last preseason game, which was Dale Howardchuk night. Kadri takes a bit of a cheap shot there, but also David Rittich being dialed in makes a beautiful windmill glove save, and he's just feeding off of the energy at this point. Reaction here. So yeah, Jets will go on to win 5-0. The cheap shot from Kadri on the hit from behind, it was ruled a boarding. It's just a bad play by Kadri, honestly. I don't think he's trying to injure Perfetti. I think they're losing. He's wanting to finish every check, and he's just trying to initiate contact, but he needs to understand that Perfetti's not in a safe location on the ice for that to occur. Causes a scrub with him taking only a penalty. That pretty much winds the clock down to 14 seconds left. They kill it. It gets down there. And then the 3 stars of the game that they gave out, they gave Rittich first star. Now, here's my 3 stars. I'm not doing, obviously, Mike Ward because it's preseason. My 3 stars, I would say, third star, Sam Gagner, 2 assists, and actually, shockingly enough, looks like an option on the power play. His passes cross crease are on the tape and ready to go at a given notice. Like, that last goal, he gives it to Ehlers. Ehlers has the whole net to shoot at. It was making something out of nothing. And I actually have really liked him. He looks like he's going to be definitely the guy on the fourth line. He's going to make the team, which I like. He's a good veteran presence. Second star, I'm not going to give it to Kyle Connor. I know he has 2 goals in this game. However, I am going to give it to Nikolai Ehlers, 3-point night. And then first star, of course, David, goddamn
Connor
Rittich.
will be in the 3 stars a lot
David,
more
yeah,
times.
Connor gets honorable mention, but David Rittich, lads! David Rittich, lads! Woo! But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. And subscribe if you're new. And say hello. Also, shout out to Patrick, a viewer named Patrick, who we actually happened to run into at the Jets game.
Great guy.
Honestly, guys, I must say this. I can't say it enough times. If you see us out in public, come say hello. It honestly makes our day. Like, I'll immediately text somebody and be like, oh my God, this just happened. I'm actually really excited over it. It's nice to see. We got to talk a bit about hockey, and I really do enjoy the community that we're making here, guys. I really do. It's very
guys are
important to
great.
me. It's very important to me. Now, going on forward, we're gonna have our just looking a bit into the future. Jets have their final preseason game against the Flames at the end of the week. We're gonna cover that one, obviously. Then we have to wait a full week for the Jets to play again. Home opener now. I have plans, I think. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream it. I'm not gonna stream on this channel. I think I'm gonna do a joint stream with Ranting New York Rangers on the Rangers channel. Only reason I'm doing it there and not here, a couple reasons. One, it means that I don't have to do play-by-play. I love doing play-by-play, but when I have play-by-play and I have guests on a live stream, I really feel like it's hard for me to differentiate. It's hard for me to balance it.
It's very distracting.
It's very distracting for me. And 2, they're just great people, and I love spending time with them. And it's really relaxing. Like, when I get home from work or like school, I don't have to do any research. I can just watch hockey and just talk with them the whole time. I will definitely send out a community post about that, though, guys, with links to where you guys can watch so that we can hang out and stuff, and I will get all of it. And as you can see, we're kind of doing more of the old school thumbnails, which we really missed doing. But But yeah, let us know your thoughts on the video, on the game,
thumbnail
on
as
everything.
well.
On the thumbnail, yeah. Did you enjoy the thumbnail?
Do you guys like kind of the older style mixed with a bit
Yeah,
of a modern
the meme.
twist?
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Great to see you guys again. See you next time.
Connor, the old special top for Connor.